Hello, and welcome back. I'm going to start here with another episode of my Wildermyth Let's Play. To lie down for a bit, rest from before. As you just watched the last video, which these are spaced 3 days apart because the YouTube algorithm shows my videos to people for about 3 days and stops giving any impressions because YouTube apparently hates small new channels, or maybe it just doesn't like people with left-wing views. Sometimes I do my politics series, very left-wing views. Maybe it's because I mentioned long COVID and there's an effort to bury it. Who knows? Probably it's just the most obvious thing, though, which is small channels and the algorithm screwing over small channels, and probably intentionally because it maximizes profits. But you can't say that it's not just a quirk of it for sure. But never trust big corporations. They always do what's in their interest, not what's right or fair or anything like that. Corporations are soulless, and even if they're made up of people with souls, they're machines, and people aren't allowed to do what's right if it hurts profits. That they have to put profits before their own consciences. In fact, they can get sued if they try to. Even be less aggressive with profit collection, like with the United Healthcare getting sued by BlackRock for rejecting fair claims after that CEO was assassinated. Him died in a tragic accident. I'm not going to even begin with that. Obviously, it's ridiculous the stupid things people say about it, but I can understand a lack of sympathy for the bastard. At least it's understandable. But anyways, people would feel about it because these healthcare companies, you pay in money, and then when you get sick, they find excuses not to pay up. They screw you over, but you have no other options because healthcare is so expensive. You can't possibly pay out of pocket unless you're filthy rich. And especially if you say get sick when you're younger, and then if you've had the healthcare in the past, you weren't saving up money to pay out of pocket when you're older because you're young, it was an option. So then you have to continue, you get stuck in the system. There's no way around it. Unless you're like born into money and could pay out of pocket from the time you're very young, like 20s. The system is fucking ridiculous. And the government treats things like SSDI as, it's not a social safety net, it's insurance. I literally had some asshole at the Social Security Administration say that to me. It's like, it's literally meets all the definitions of social safety net. I know you want to call it insurance, but it's a social safety net. And they want to call it insurance so they can run it like these freaking healthcare companies that don't pay out when you get sick. SSDI has been poked full of holes, such as by Newt Gingrich. Jobs that were not paying the payroll tax because they're from university. When I was a grad student, Newt Gingrich created that exemption. So that's why I mentioned him. I'm a little long COVID trouble making quite as much sense as I like to sometimes. But basically, in the mid-90s, a bunch of job types were exempted from payroll tax. Jobs for university where you're more than a half-time student. Jobs for religious institutions. Jobs for certain types of nonprofits. It's ridiculous. These not getting payroll tax contributions often means you're just a few work credits shy if you get disabled young, which the system already screws people who get disabled like in their early 30s or 20s based on the way the work credits scale up until you're like 31, then they just level instead of scaling up more slowly all the way into your 40s or something. Yeah, so I get disabled on COVID, which more and more people are getting anyways. More and more people getting because coronavirus is still around. And even when you're vaccinated, you can still get long COVID. And many people don't even know they've gotten because asymptomatic. There's COVID infections that don't make you feel sick, but you still got sick, and then you get long COVID symptoms later, and you don't know where they came from because your coronavirus infection was asymptomatic. That was happening even before the vaccine. People were sometimes getting asymptomatic infections, and then these mystery symptoms that were ultimately their long COVID. Anyways, getting tired, but I'll try to shoot through this incursion here without, getting one dead or seriously hurt who I can't afford to have seriously hurt. Might not recover by next incursion. It'll kind of farm me in for a bit to level up characters and get enough legacy points to promote more people in the legacy, because I hate using a character and they don't have enough legacy points to promote them. You only get like 3 promotions in a 5-chapter campaign. And I like to use lots of legacy heroes, so I might have 8 heroes I like to promote. I still have to pick and choose, but I can pick and choose more if I have like, well, actually, if I have 50 legacy points, I can promote them all. Yeah. So that all the new history they made and hooks they did and unique augments they got, because they have unique augments for legacy mod. That's all saved. Oh, either square is 100% chance to get it. Either? Huh. Interesting. This one can easily be killed by Javelin, though. With, how much hit points does it have? It would die due to poison even, but it's not guaranteed to hit, so I'll have Tomric engage first. It's going to engage, plus he engages everything adjacent to him. Plus, one other thing he can select. Be dumb to select one of these because they'll all be engaged. Anyhow, unless for some reason I didn't want one engaged him. Say to carefully meter out the number of enemies who can attack a given warrior. But I'm going to be killing a lot of these, so... this is the turn where it's most likely. This Tomric or someone might get seriously hurt, so I probably want to throw a couple jump jaws out. I'll get some angles of approach to him. I might have him fall back. So the square is dead. The square is dead along with the square. Or yeah. Like stack them on top of each other. Here, I mean the bard might come through there. Probably gonna pull back a little to make sure no one gets overwhelmed, so boom. Dead. People forget the king is dead along with the king was actually a mockery of monarchy. We'll take it very seriously, but it was supposed to be like how there always must be a king. Kind of point out how ridiculous it is. Monarchy is a ridiculous system. Even though there's assholes who now want to bring it back, which is amazing and ridiculous, and I can't believe these people are serious, but apparently they are. I don't remember if the merging ones can move and attack the same turn they merge, so it wouldn't hurt to gauge. Nah. What am I saying? I think I should pull him back and have him shoot something. Brenner, on the other hand, could discus this thing. Very high chance to kill. Or Oli could shoot it. 99% chance. I don't like to kill it unless. Oh wait, there's not many enemies in range of the wild grasp. Oh, that'll kill this outright. Where's the stuff that's interfused with this? Can't find that bloody Thrixl. It's gotta be this one, right? Wish I could shoot with Oli. In which case, I get to interfuse with that. Bloody A. Being ridiculous. Boom. Wait, what? Oh, that was a double move? You kidding me? Ah. Oh, undo, thankfully. Didn't realize that was yellow. Had to move through Oli. Great infusion. Kill the Scourier, kill the Scourier. Stun. Nice. Now, if only can manage to shoot this. Nobody's engaged with the Dweaver yet. I'll engage that. Nice. Strike points. The leaf bow. Well, he's now up to 22 HP. She has hardiness and she's now the tortoise talisman, which make her even more ridiculous. That wasn't what was interfused with that. God. I don't see any thrusts left. Except these, so it's gotta be these ones are close then. Have you tried these? These nuts? 100% chance to hit these guys regardless, so we should probably wall with Lily. One of these is interfused with. Ooh, water stunning. Take them both down. That was interfused with the carapace lamp. Nice. I'm guessing this is with that. Nice. I wonder if he's dead tree there. It's got more HP, and Renner can interfuse the lamp and light at the same turn, so. A 1% chance, 100%. Yeah, let's just deal with instead. Oh, excellent luck so far this turn. I have to repeat this if I accidentally be in the wrong way, but move. Sorry, hero. Too many games. But I can only interfuse with one object. Oh, there's mossy rocks there. That might be graceful in the carapace lamp. Do it before Thrixl interfuses. Hmm. Don't think the poison axe and the string chrysalis before it merges. Too bloody long, I know. The Drathix. So this thing gets the... It's also merging. It's merging and gets the chrysalis there further back, maybe. Fishes, positioning. Skipped, I guess. Or no, Uli. That. Yeah, how could that? I want to see if I can do the rock shield. Oh yeah, she gets a mind worm bed weaver. If that'll do the trick. Probably not, but experiment with stuff. Now some poison does that before things hatch. And she fought anyways. And the Dweaver is pinned and poisoned. Died of poison. I just leave it be long enough. Can't move this turn. Or next turn. This thing to get out of its range and it won't be able to do anything until it dies. Lots of thrust in that bard though. Drathix to deal with. This is for only 1 health now. Does it damage it? I don't recall listening to his soul splitting recently. Whatever. This is so far back. Actually, this is even worse. It's not going to maintain that inner fusion anyhow. Reaction. This one scepter. Ah, and there's the nightmare. Cool. Well, grasp, I believe it pins both the small ones, but I do crowd control on the chrysalis. I can deal with the nightmare too. Or deal with the stupid kin instead. Nah. Let's just deal with the bard. Yeah, before it interfuses with the Thrixl. Powering it. Now deal with the bard. Maybe. Nope. Makia, so get a stunt, but I'm not counting on it. Hmm. Sense 100%. Ooh, stunt. She can do this. She can stunt again. Just if she did 2 wire stunts, she wouldn't get AP back the second time. But these thrusts are particularly annoying. They hit twice. They're easy enough to pick off. So flanking. That failed, I could have tapped it with Brenner's Discus and it would have had flanking. Guaranteed kill. KO. Pick off all the weak little ones. Leaving just the big bad. The Drathix. Right. Um, Here I can infuse with that stone, need be. Say the Draythix stomp this. It's probably a good idea. Or yeah. I'd rather put Brenner forward and do this. Darn it, I was hoping to get the instead. But he should be in range of the stump still from here, or easily can be. Mm. I'm worried about the dragon's poison in Javelin. Let's go here. You can also shoot this from here. Ooh, or you could just do an ambush. Extra damage. Yep. Don't remember if other stuff will get a chance to move first. I guess if they hit a Thrusk, it wouldn't hurt. Yeah, they don't move. They're merging. Prepare shot, extra damage, did. And it's worth noting. And stun on ambushes still, I'm pretty sure. Can't get water stuns, but leaf stuns work still. Like leaf and water, I'm not terribly fond of fire or earth stuns. Pinning or extra damage nearby enemies, it's fire is more useful. Well, no, earth mobilizes, pins enemies, which makes them easier to kill other party members. Right now, it's this kind of mop up. It's a bunch of thrusts and a nightmare. Instead, it's laying all the thrusts at this point. Save and not hashing it. Flanking. The Brenner. Nice. Another late stunt. 24. Oh. Hmm. Wait, what? Shouldn't withdraw cost. Oh, it's free once per turn. Hmm. Nice. Water stunt. Bang for that. Keeps getting the chrysalises, not the thing I'm hoping for. Oh well. Oh. Guess we're gonna cast dead. No more rock there. Use this to block it from grab by a Thrixl. Boom. Shoot point blank, it's better. Actually, than a water stunt. No, it's not. Massive damage. Massive damage. Should pin both of these if it succeeds. There's splits, both are pinned. Crowd control. And this will get harder with each calamity I pick up after. Like, this is hardly the hardest these incursions are gonna get. It'll get to be like higher difficulty battles. Higher difficulty run battles. Soon enough. Alright, let's finish. Instead, no more eggs. Oh yeah, the shields also reduce the amount of warding that you lose. And even temporary armor, I think, but definitely warding. So that's the thing. That's why I like to put shields on warriors, because they often don't have a ton of warding. That's the main way enemies will get past like stalwart. As the warriors level up and acquire the non-special augments over a course of campaign, they'll get often enough warding that it's less of an issue. Sometimes campaign only buffs from certain events. I think Tomric has one of those. Campaign only buff to his warding. Nope, actually it doesn't. Maybe it does. 0.8 bonus warding. It's not from gear. Oh, maybe it's from the Scarf of Divinity. Yep, as they pick up gear and stuff. But the shields are great for warriors when they're coming out of Legacy, because they'll have enough warding to not get massacred by magic users like Thrixl. If they got Stalwart, make sure that they keep that coming out of Legacy and engage very little, be able to get their physical defenses, especially if you give them, link mail or whatever. If you give them night mail, and that will downgrade to link mail usually, unless it's late in campaign. Wilder Guard's a little riskier, but I gave it to Lee because she'd be way too slow without it. Both my warriors, I'm concerned about their speed. They have like wings or something. I'd be more likely to give them night mail. More likely not guaranteed. I think Agaridia, who's got wings, I think I still, and a foxtail, which makes her faster. I think I still gave her Wilder Guard this campaign. It's partly because I got such high stunt chances with was it? Not one of the characters I gave the Bard upgrade to. Oh, it's not someone who's currently in this battle. Anyways, stunt chances are pretty darn high. Guard gives a nice amount of that. He lost the interfusion there. I guess he was out of range. Oh well. Thought he would stay in it. Overestimated the range Whistler can maintain fusions at. Nice. Our stunt. So much for those nightmares. I can interfuse again because Swan Scepters are free. One. I guess with this. If Brenner lights the lamp. Should be able to flare it. Doesn't affect Brenner. Hopefully. Assuming like tells him to close his eyes or something. The nice things about soul splitting or scribe is it tells me how many things characters interfuse with at a glance without any count of how many. I'm trying to figure out why I can't interfuse another rock. That because I couldn't remember the range of Wild Grasp. Well, it's more than enough I could be hit either. This is 100% anyways. It's a water stunt. Hit this one, I think. No. Should engage that to set flanking, but whatever. Water stunt would have gotten the attack again. This bow. Cool. This is pretty much an assured victory at this point. Just get Brenner out of the way there. Don't have to, but I could even hit this with his wand. Actually, probably the best move rather than wasting stone. Quite tired here. sheer Chris value. Get the hammer up to, I don't need to, but 28 health. So some dice. Gauge. Gauge. Guaranteed death. Dead. Now it's just a matter of... They're dead either way. My Sir Gripkite. It's now a Silverhorn Mystic. So level 5 of 7. You have a character up to Mythwalker that can start a campaign level 5. Particularly valuable for Mystics because it takes them a lot of XP to level up. First Scribe. Been waiting to get this. Very nice. Gemlad is level 6. Goldhorn. Hunter. Extra health, accuracy, bonus damage, potency, armor, speed, which is always nice, recovery rate. Effectively a 30% increase in recovery rate because he's so old, he recovers quite slowly. So it doesn't affect recovery rate. I think that's his magic touched or whatever. Untouched. The blue skinned warriors, I think, recover faster. Fox fight, so allows me to take more risks. I particularly want long range. Gemlad. More risk means you can play more aggressively and do more damage. Support the other characters are less squishy in him. Hunters are always my squishiest characters when I soul split and Earthscribe my mystics, and so they're most likely to go down before the other members of the party. The Somber Sword. Mythic Greatsword. I guess it's not actually artifact, it's just tier 3 Greatsword. Although Greatswords have more reach. So more reach. And do more damage than a normal sword. Oh no, same range. They do more damage. It's usually not worth the loss of a shield. You can salvage a greatsword, tier 3 greatsword for 2 ingots, so nice. I'm sure some people like greatswords, but the whole point of sword is you mix it with a shield and you get extremely durable warriors. If you're going more offensively, you're probably better off with like a 2-ended spear for reach or hammer for knockback or something, and not a sword. Useful very early, like a campaign where your party's really unequipped to get a great sword sometimes. And they're new, and you don't have legacy characters. Wand, bow, dagger, wand. It's got a gimmick. Crossbow, mace, crossbow, dagger. At some point I need to switch. Agridia. From her mace, which is... I swear the hail hammer was a two-handed, like a hammer, but a mace is one-handed, which is actually very nice. It's just salvage. Yep. Oh, hail hammer. To fall on the foe like the ice god's hail. The motto is inscribed on each of these carefully crafted hammers and dates back to Nade times when people built cities and raised militaries. Before, apparently, civilization collapsed. It's basically does a stone stunt. It's just a stone mace with higher stunt damage than normal, I think. But I just got... Well, even with the curl, she doesn't have a ton of warning. Interesting. As she levels up, she'll get very durable, though. Foxtail makes her a little more evasive. Curl gives her extra warding. Her wings speed. She should not have any attire. I would have sworn she had some special stuff. Well, I see here. Oh well. Well, anyways, that battle's done. Firing a lot of ingots. Could consider swapping warriors to use Night Mail if they gain enough speed. Yuna, I'll definitely want to swap to tier 2 armor. She's just super vulnerable like this. Yeah, Tomta I did get Thornbark for. Which is probably what I'll put Yuna in. I don't like my hunters being so darn squishy. Smealing is in Ghost Draft. Probably because he's got unusually low speed for a hunter. You don't want to slow him down with Thornbark. Plus it gives 2 armor, 1 warding. This is 4 armor, 2 warding. Yeah, it's just a matter of speed, I think. It's interesting to note the Broken Heart hook can be acquired by having a lover who dies in a campaign. I do not remember if I think it's for the campaign only, though. So, I don't think you can use it to get around a hook that you can't finish. On the other hand, Inhabited, which is like possessed, basically, being possessed. That hook is permanent. You can acquire it from the Witchstone and get around a hook that you can't complete if a character is locked out of one. It's a very rare thing, though, so I get to get rid of at one point a someone in my legacy who had a hook they're locked out of. Might have been able to potentially get the inhabit thing, but it would have taken a long time. I think it would have had to. Not every character can even get the Witchstone thing. Only roles like the certain characters in the party can become inhabit based on their personality traits. Like whoever's the highest flirt can lose it. Give up, or no, it's whoever has the most coward, I think, can become inhabit. Anyways, I wish y'all folks all the best. That's enough for now. So take care of each other, be kind to yourselves, and may you always find a guiding star video. Adieu. Best luck. Take a quick look at the legacy.